Court cam, craziest convict response to a life sentence. What do you think? Is it possible for a serial killer to ever feel regret? Most likely not. However, anyone who has mistakenly committed a horrific crime always regrets their actions. And you can tell this from their response when they learn they are receiving a life sentence. The courtroom is the witness to their emotions. Do you want to see some craziest convict responses to a life sentence straight from the courtroom? Then stay tuned until the end. First, we have Jacob Matthew Morgan. While at home with his 17-year-old brother, Jacob Morgan of Rock Hill, South Carolina, a 14-month-old infant died in a house fire in 2015. But can you imagine who is the culprit? It's his own brother, Jacob. In October 2021, Jacob, who had been accused of murder, entered a guilty plea. After intentionally lighting his own home on fire and murdering his brother, Joshua Alexander Hill, he was charged with third-degree arson, criminal behavior toward a minor, and involuntary manslaughter. According to the testimony given in court, Jacob started 2 fires, fled the house, and left his brother to die.
A burn pattern that goes from underneath that child towards the door of the bedroom. That is qualified likely something. It's a significant burn pattern as he described it. It could have been alcohol, it could have been something else that gets consumed by the fire. But a significant burn pattern shows there's something significant and intentional.
Jacob sobbed, begged, and prayed in the court before being charged with murder and arson. He was then brought sobbing out of the courthouse. Jacob eventually received a 15-year jail term.
I believe the state has, in fact, so therefore I am going to find that there is probable cause to charge the individual that be found over for general sessions court.
Although we should not ignore the fact that he is a criminal, his reaction is extremely upsetting. Jacob hasn't officially said how the fire began. However, he subsequently claimed that he set a pillow on fire and flung it into the air. The master bedroom, where the infant was sleeping, and the living room are believed to have been the sites of 2 separate fires. On the other hand, his mother said that Jacob really loved his brother. I know you are astonished, and so am I. However, his response was quite emotional. But we have someone who flew into a rage and became violent in the courtroom after getting a life sentence. Meet Jaleel Hoskins, the man who murdered a mother of 5 and threw her body in the garbage on December 11th. Hoskins agreed to a plea agreement, admitting guilty to second-degree murder. Hoskins expressed regret to the victim's family before being sentenced and claimed that the murder was an accident. Judge James R. Redford remarked that the killer disposed of the victim's body in the garbage for incineration when he sentenced 26-year-old Hoskins to at least 50 years in prison. After being adjudged guilty, Hoskins lost control of his temper and threw a table at the judge and yelled at the victim's relatives before being ejected from the room by court deputies.
You have 42 days to appeal. You are remanded to the custody of the Department of Corrections for service of this sentence. Thank you. Your Honor. Recess for 15 minutes.
Everyone has been startled by this response. Being assaulted in the courtroom is terrible, even for the judge. Tell us what you think about the reaction of these convicts. Comment down your thoughts. Thanks for watching.